me, it's important to help migrants because migrants are people like everyone else. To make a distinction between a migrant or a refugee or someone with a European passport or someone who's coming out of Libya, to me is unfair. It's an injustice. And the reason I think that this is one of the biggest emergencies of our time, but also one of the most neglected, is because of this inherent racism. Europe is closing its borders, external borders, to any newcomers at all costs, even if it means that people die, and even if it means that they wait floating around in the Mediterranean for 17 days. I definitely don't agree that EU policy of externalization to North African states is working. The only reason that we see fewer people arriving to European shores is because it is more difficult for people to reach Europe alive. The cost of this supposed success of this policy is human life. We don't actually know how many people are attempting this crossing, how many people are still drowning. We know that the death rate has risen, even though the absolute number of arrivals to Europe has fallen, and that is a damning indictment of European migration policy, because it means that people are less likely to be found alive while trying to seek safety, all for the sake of border control. There are many things that the European Union can do to change this situation. The first is to stop criminalizing people who are fleeing. The second is to stop criminalizing those who rescue them or show solidarity or provide them with services. Another very clear demand is that the European Union stops funding and supporting, training, legitimizing this so-called Libyan Coast Guard, who consistently violate international laws, who illegally return people to a place where we know there is civil war and where we know they will likely face persecution and death. And a final demand is for the European Union to resume a state-led rescue operation in the Mediterranean and to take up its legal obligations towards people at its external borders.